Tesla has a big update coming on Tuesday, one that is likely to make millionaires. So today we are going to be removing rumor from fact and coming to our conclusion to determine what Tesla will reveal, how it will affect you if you are a current Tesla shareholder, and if you're interested in buying, whether or not you should buy before Tesla's big company update event, or whether or not it might be more advantageous to wait until afterwards. No matter what, this is going to be an exciting video where we talk about all of the future things that Tesla is working on and what this company update, what this pivot might mean for us. So if that sounds good, you remember to drop a big thumbs up and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. For those of you guys who do not know who I am, my name is Jake. I have been a Tesla investor since 2019, and I have averaged over 70% annualized returns since I became a stock market investor, which trust me, it even surprises me. Absolutely incredible. So let's get into these possible announcements. So I have 7 of these that we're going to be going into in this video that could make millionaires. They are all so large. So this first possible announcement is that Elon Musk is stepping down. So if this was the announcement, then it's going to be likely making millionaires for the short sellers, if anyone. So the Tesla board recently asked Elon Musk to step down, according to rumors from Clean Technica. So this is from 2 weeks ago. So it's not like brand new news, but there are rumors that the board has actually asked Elon Musk to step down. Plus, if you just look at like retail investors, someone like Financial Education, Jeremy, he has been making videos recently about how he doesn't think Elon Musk is even being the CEO, how he's like an absent CEO, and how Tesla needs more leadership if the stock is going to recover, which I thought was very surprising, because I generally agree with most of Jeremy's takes, but I did not agree with this one at all. So yeah, pretty much we're seeing that the sentiment is very negative. And if you look at actual analysts as well, a lot of analysts have come out talking about how Elon Musk should set down. Obviously, it's all over the mainstream news, negative Tesla headlines. I don't need to show that to you for you to hear it. So that's one of the speculations. The reason why Tesla is calling this a company update on Tuesday and not a regular Q1 earnings call is because the big update is going to be that there's a change in leadership and Elon is going to step down. I think this would be very bad for the short-term stock price, although who knows, the stock market can do anything in the short term, but that would definitely be very big news. I think a lot of long-term investors, including myself, would not be happy about it. But I personally think the likelihood is low that Elon Musk actually steps down as the CEO. I think it's highly unlikely. So let's now look at the next possible announcement. So possible announcement number 2, the autonomous taxi network launch. So Tesla Roddy recently reported that Tesla has doubled down on the Robotaxi launch date, which is going to be in June. So just a couple months from now. We're now obviously in April. So May, June, just less than 2 months away. Honestly, a little over a month from now is kind of what we can start saying. So they've been doubling down on this. So Tesla in the past has had a little bit of a history of delaying stuff like this, but they've been doubling down on this date. We got this tweet from Tesla just yesterday saying in Austin soon. Actually, this was earlier today. In Austin soon, someone asking, where can I find a Robotaxi? So they've been doubling down on this. The official Tesla Twitter account is saying like, no, this is actually happening. So the speculation is, well, maybe this big Tesla company event is about how the company is transitioning to a focus on autonomy and robotics. And they're now an autonomy and robotics company. And that could kind of be the focus of this change. Tesla also recently tweeted out one day, or I guess posted, one day it'll drive itself right into your house. And then Elon actually retweeted it this year, he said a couple of days ago. So these are the sorts of comments that is like, Elon is not leaving. But yeah, that would be pretty crazy if cars start delivering themselves to your house in 2025. And Elon is Elon's always very confident, but he's not stepping down now. He's feeling very confident about Tesla autonomy. And I mean, as someone who drives a Model Y, autonomy is very, very good. And I think they are getting close to being able to go unsupervised. So that is one of the big reasons why they're thinking about they might have changed the name. But now let's talk about number 3. So number 3 is a new vehicle model. So perhaps Tesla's not calling this an earnings call, but it's calling it a company update because they are going to announce an event where they announce a whole slew of cheaper models. And that is going to be the massive new change that all of a sudden electric vehicles are becoming officially cheaper than gas cars for the first time, more affordable than gas cars in every way, including initial purchase price. And that might be the big company update. Because I did a Google. People are not expecting this at all. Tesla new vehicle model 2025, and all what you get here is Tesla Model Y Juniper, which is the 2025 refreshed Model Y that just came out. There's no discussion. None of these videos are about the new cheaper model. I mean, maybe 3 new Tesla models confirmed for 25 and 26. So this is about Model Q. So YouTubers are talking about it. But if you look at these Google results, 2025 Tesla Model 3 review, Model Y, Model 3, Tesla Model S. So it's very interesting. And then I searched Tesla cheaper model, and look at this. Tesla delays new affordable EV stripped down Model Y. Exclusive Tesla to delay U.S. launch of affordable EV, a lower cost Model Y. Exclusive Tesla to delay U.S. launch of affordable EV, a lower cost Model Y. So apparently there's all these articles a couple hours ago coming out saying Tesla's delaying the new cheaper model, and that new cheaper model is just a stripped down Model Y. Which, yeah, very interesting. Routers, this article we just looked at, exclusive. So yeah. Apparently, there's question marks about this. And look at this. Tesla has promised affordable vehicles beginning in the first half of the year. So they know Tesla's been saying, hey, new cheaper models first half of this year, and they're equating it to a lower cost Model Y is being delayed. Which I think is really interesting, because if we actually go, let's go to the source. Let's go to Tesla themselves. Tesla's Q4 2024 quarterly update deck. They said, plans, so this is on page 12, plans for new vehicles, including more affordable models with an S, plural, more affordable models, remain on track for start of production in the first half of 2025. These vehicles will utilize aspects of the next generation platform as well as aspects of our current platforms. And it's these vehicles will utilize aspects of the next generation platform. So they are going to be made on the same manufacturing lines as the current vehicle lineup. So there doesn't have to be new factories or anything for this. But Tesla literally said in Q4, in the first half of this year, and remember the Q4 update came out during this year. So they said in the first half of this year, at the beginning of this year, they said we have new cheaper models coming out. And there's really not much at all about, I said new cheaper model, and it's like there's not much. Like Tesla's done a good job keeping these new models under wraps. So maybe that's the reason they're calling it a company update instead of just an earnings call, because they're going to be like, hey, guess what? Next week, we're having a massive vehicle launch. And guess what? They're going to start rolling off the line in 2 weeks. Congratulations, we're in the first half of this year. Or maybe it's like 2 months from now, a couple months from now. Congratulations. The Model 3 and Model Y are no longer going to be the best selling cars for long. Like that would be a major company update that would definitely entirely change the sentiment of the stock. I remember Elon tweeted out recently, a couple weeks ago, I think, that Tesla is going to be growing production in the US an insane amount. And the only way that happens is with new, cheaper models, or maybe he was just talking about the Robotaxi. So that's possible. Okay, so let's talk about number 4. What's the fourth possible reason that Tesla is calling this a major company update instead of just an earnings call? And this is that potentially, what if Tesla's going to announce that they're acquiring XAI? What if they're going to announce that all of a sudden Tesla's buying XAI and Tesla gets all of these major companies under one thing. And now all of a sudden, Tesla has a major LLM with Grok. They're in the front of AI now, right up there with Facebook, OpenAI, Microsoft, Google. Like Tesla's up there. They're really an AI company. And then you also have Twitter, which is interesting for Tesla to own it, because remember that XAI just bought X. So now if Tesla buys X, then Elon gets all of these companies all under one umbrella, which I think is really interesting. Now you might say, this is a crazy rumor. There's no way Tesla's going to announce that. Well, Elon did tweet. So this is just a funny thing. He said, good job, guys. Polymarket said, congratulations, Elon, congratulating Elon for buying Elon's company from Elon. And then Elon retweeted that. Good job, guys. I just thought that was funny. But like, why would Tesla buy XAI? Well, Lars, who works for Tesla and designs Tesla's new model, says, let's make Teslas better. What do you all want for 2026? And Hayu Pham said, how about Grok in the cars? So actually being able to talk to your car, having your car talk back to you, maybe explain, hey, why did you turn left there? We're supposed to go straight, and have your car actually respond to you. And then Grok responded, this is the official Grok account, OMW, on my way. So Grok is going to be getting integrated into Tesla. So it makes sense. Like these companies are all going to be very, very integrated with each other. It would make sense if Tesla's not going to acquire XAI completely, that Tesla buys some portion of XAI. And then I want to just remind you guys of this tweet from back in 2022. Elon said, I will make sure Tesla shareholders benefit from Twitter long term. So this is from before it even became X, from early on. He said, Tesla's going to benefit from my purchase of Twitter long term. So this acquisition of XAI, which just bought X, so now owns, Twitter, X, Tesla buying some percentage of that would make sense for a company announcement, for a big company update. It's, hey, we have LLMs now. We own a significant stake in XAI. And I think this could be possibly what they're going to announce on Tuesday. Just a thought. And I'm not the only one who's thinking it. Electric. Now, Fred Lumber is a big bear, so he's super, super negative on Tesla. So he's going to obviously say this in a very negative light, but he literally thought the same thing I did, which is Elon Musk sets the stage for Tesla to bail out Twitter XAI at an insane valuation, is what he's saying, because XAI just bought X for $33 billion, which now makes XAI worth a lot. So Tesla would have to spend quite a bit of money to actually buy XAI now. But XAI, I think, actually has a lot of its own value now as well. So it makes sense. So, and XAI actually bought X for cheaper than Elon originally bought X for. I think he bought X for $44 billion, and XAI just bought X for like 30 something billion. So XAI got a cheaper acquisition of Twitter than Elon got. So I think the XAI shareholders are happy about that. Okay, so then fifth. So now we just have three left here. We're getting down to the end. Possible reasons why Tesla's doing this company update. And this could be that Tesla is changing its company mission. The mission has previously been accelerating the world's transition to sustainable energy. What if it's going to become sustainable abundance? Elon talked about that in the last Tesla all hands meeting, that Tesla's real mission is sustainable abundance. So it's kind of moving on from just, moving the world to sustainable energy to, hey, let's do sustainable energy and let's make everything cheap sustainably. Cheap, affordable, abundant. Let's just make the world sustainably abundant. And that might be the big change. The reason why they're doing a company update is because they're saying, hey, we're more about just sustainable energy now and transitioning the world to sustainable energy with things like Optimus bot, which moves us to number 6 of 7. The reason for this company update. And that could be Optimus. I mean, maybe I don't personally think Optimus will be the main focus of the company update. But I think that we could definitely see some new renders. I think that we could see some new demos, some new features, progress updates on how Optimus is looking. Because Tesla Optimus recently tweeted, actually, I think this is from yesterday, April 17th, Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. So with a new super cool image of how Optimus is looking in its new iteration. So maybe they'll show off the new version of Optimus or something like that, which could be super, super sick. And this is once again just kind of going to that earlier thing I was theorizing, that they're just saying, hey, we're focusing on being a robotics and AI company now. And that brings me to number 7, the very final reason why Tesla might be doing this update. And that's to avoid talking about Q1 numbers at all costs. Like, hey, instead of doing a Q1 earnings call where we're actually expected to talk about Q1 earnings, which aren't very good, let's call it a company update and let's change the focus to not Q1 earnings. Because for those of you guys who haven't been following, Tesla did report a 13% drop in first quarter vehicle deliveries from Q1 of last year. So this is year over a year. Which, yeah, is not a good quarter. CNBC is saying worst quarter since 2022. I don't know how they're determining that. But yeah, Tesla's not going to want to talk about the numbers. The revenue and earnings are not going to look good. They're not going to look good at all. So talking about the future is exactly what Tesla wants this event to be about. And I think that's 100% going to come true and going to be the reason that we have this. But that said, that doesn't mean that they're just coming up with fake things to talk about. Like, these are real exciting things that Tesla's going to be talking about instead of Q1 earnings, and could be the reason this is being called a company update instead of an earnings call. So in conclusion here, regarding, whether or not this Tuesday event is going to make millionaires, I think, yes, it will, because they are going to be talking about things that will, without a doubt, make millionaires, whether it's autonomy, whether it's new vehicles, whether it's robotaxis, whether it's Elon stepping, like, these things are going to move markets enough long-term that they are going to make millionaires. So I think that is definitely true about this event. And I think it's also a long-term buy. I think regardless of whether or not this event is about any of these 7 rumors or a combination or maybe something I didn't mention today, I think Tesla is a long-term buy. And I think that it's never possible. In fact, it is impossible to predict short-term moves consistently with any level of high precision, like in the 80-90% meaning high precision. I think that is impossible. That said, the stock does have a premium. Tesla does trade at a premium. But I think that there are better odds that the long-term news in this Tesla company update surprises to the upside. I think there's better odds that it does surprise to the upside, the long-term news that's shared here. And I also believe that the bad term, short-term news, like the actual revenue and earnings numbers for Q1, I think that's already expected because we already know that deliveries missed. We already know that deliveries were down year over year. So I think it's already expected and already kind of in psychology. So we have a long-term news upside surprise potential, and I think downside's kind of already priced in. And we have seen the last 4 quarters, actually, Tesla's stock has moved up 3 of the 4 times. And 2 of those 3 times it moved up, it was misses on earnings and revenue, and the stock still moved up. So I think that's a possibility here. And I think, a lot of the negativity, even though the stock is at a premium, I think Tesla's a stock that is always going to trade at a premium. So I think a lot of that negativity for like the bad short term is already priced in with, all that's been going on with even burning Teslas and that sort of thing. I think that's priced in. And the stock has fallen a lot. We're down at, the 250s, 240s, 220s, whatever it's at now. The stock is changing so much, compared to we were up at the, high 400s, almost to 500 a couple months ago. So a lot of this negative news has been priced in. I think because of that reason, I think there's a lot of short-term upside short-term, which is something that like I said, I don't think you can predict predictably. I also don't think it matters as much as long-term as a long-term investor. But I do think that this is going to be exciting. I think generally there's going to be a lot of positive sentiment about it. And I think the long-term news is going to be good. So if you enjoyed these 7 possible reasons that Tesla's calling this company, this earnings call a company update rather than an earnings call, to drop a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you want more coverage of the stock market, of Tesla, and of how to become a millionaire. And I will see you guys in the next one.